Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run here with Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early. Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you get away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early. And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do. On the run, it's Robinson. 4 yards, the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They begin the drive with Coleman. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Out of the gun now on third down. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I can't stand myself!
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a very strong first half for our rookie quarterback. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Whoosh. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. When you talk about the fastest running backs in the NFL, Tevin Coleman has to at least be in the conversation, and he showed off the wheels there. Wow.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They will run again with Coleman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just... sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really... And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Keelan Cole, 26 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
What about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of the play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
His throw caught right around the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So the Jets now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on 1st down. Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Huge 1st down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Come on!
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.